How's it going? Don't know if this is going to work now because might get a bit too dark, or let's see how it goes. If it doesn't, we can do something different. This is a bit rough and ready. I can't leave the kids in there now any longer than I need to, really. And I just let's see if it works. I just bought this thing. How's it going? Let me know you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me. Hi. How's it going? How's it going? Are you okay? Yeah. Anybody hear me? Anybody see me? Yeah. Just let me know on the bottom there. Hi, Anthony. How's it going? Anybody else on? Okay, guys. Somebody send me a message to tell me if they can hear me or if they can see me. I hate this part. Waiting to find out if it's all working live, you know, if it's all working. Hiya, Greg, how's it going? I saw your, hey, Cheryl, can you hear me okay, babes? Hey, Chevy, how's it going? How are you? Hey, Anthony, how are you? Been following you doing the fashion shows, loving it. Still doing a great bit of work for Sebastian, Anthony. Great to see you on, Carlo. How's it going? Can we all hear me? Everybody here? Somebody let me know they can actually hear me. Hi, Irina, how are you? I hope you had a nice Christmas. Great to see you, babes. I haven't, since it reminds me now the International Trend Vision is coming up in March. You can hear me. Fantastico. Let's see how this is working, because you're going to have people walking by and everyone going for dinner. Hi, Cheryl, how are you? Everyone going for dinner. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas. Hiya, Matthew, how are you? I'm here. Yes, bro. I'm here in Lanzarote, here with the family, on holidays for the next couple of weeks. And hiya, Tracy, how's it going? I'm a lot closer than I usually am, huh? I actually met Nick Khan today. I met Nick for the first time in the flesh, and he's exactly the same as he is online. That's kind of the great thing about our page, and the great thing about everybody on it. Hey, Nabes. Hey, babes. How are you? Got a bit of sun today. I was out in at the Canesi market, and I forgot to put on Matthew. I'm always having a good time. When I'm not working, I'm always able to chill. I was at the Canesi market and I forgot to put some cream on, so I got a little bit burnt today, but it'll be brown in no time. It'll be brown in absolutely no time. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. How are you, Reiner? How are you, sir? How's it going? You know, great to see you. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. Sorry I couldn't. Hi, Sacho. How are you? How's it going? I'm loving your work. It's terrific. Just loving it. I follow you immensely. You're terrific. You know, you're terrific. Melanie, how are you? Great to see you all on. There's a lot of you all on. Hey, Ika, how's it going? Sorry I couldn't do any Sunday services really much. Hi, David, how are you? I couldn't do much Sunday services during the Christmas time because I was working the Sundays. You know, hi, Paul, how are you? I'm off to Tenerife Tuesday. It's beautiful, Christina. Today was like 21 degrees. There was one cloudy day when I got here. I think it was Stevens' day, and then it's just been blue skies every day. It's 21, 22. You don't have to worry about the factors. Oh, I follow you, sir. You know I follow you. I love your work. And you come from that lineage of so many brilliant hairdressers have come out of the academy that you work for, you know. Looks beautiful. Yeah, no, it's great. It's always lovely to have a holiday. I love holidays. The last holiday I went on was in Center Parcs, which was fantastic for the kids. Wasn't my favourite place to be, I have to say. I found it all a bit too hectic. We're here. You sort of watch them at the pool. Hiya, Kevin. How's it going, bro? How are you? Saw your lovely new Porsche. It's a gorgeous car, sir. Absolutely beautiful car. You know, absolutely beautiful. Yes, I am. I'm having a fabulous time. Happy New Year to you, Kevin. Yeah, actually, that was one of the first things I want to talk about was you know, how holidays. Yeah, no, it's lovely, babes. 21, 22, perfect. Gets cool in the evening. You can put a sweatshirt on. During the day, it's beautiful. There's no humidity. It's really. Hi, Amanda. Yeah, no, I'm glad I'm away. I do love the blue skies. But like Tracy said, you always want what you don't have. If you lived here all year round, you'd be yearning for the grey skies at times, you know. because and especially the heat. I'd say at certain times of the year it gets really, really, really hot. I believe when that desert comes in. Rena, great to see you, babes. I was thinking of you because the International Trend Vision Creative Retreat will be coming up in March, and hopefully I'll be able to go. It's in Seville this year, so there's lots of new International Trend Vision winners, and they get to go to a 4-day retreat in Seville this year, and hopefully I'll be along for the ride, and then I'll be able to show you guys the backstage and show you all their shows and all their transformations and all the work, because they get to work with different mentors from around the world. I mean, people like Sonia Dove and Atkin and Jason Gray and people like that. And it's a terrific few days. Ryder, who's just on here, he's the boss. He's in charge of all that type of stuff, and he knows what he's doing. So Ryder will really. I'm sure he's got some fabulous surprises up his sleeve for all the winners this year. Hiya, Susan, how are you? I saw your lovely dog on there. Hiya, Karen, what about ya? What about you, Karen? What about you? I saw your lovely... Yeah, thanks very much, Karen. I love to go away every couple of weeks. Rena, it's great to see you, babes. I love to go away every couple of weeks and so a couple of months, and try and get away if I can. I'm a great believer in making memories, I'm a great believer in having savings and building your bank accounts, but I'm also a huge believer in making memories with your family. I think it's the one thing that's very important, and people need to do. It gains experience, experience and character, being able to travel and go to different places and enjoy your time with your family, enjoy your time with your kids, and it doesn't matter if it's only a weekend away down the country or if it's, going all the way to Barbados. Just making memories is a great thing with your family. I think that's something that we should all work at. I was thinking about holidays while I was here. I was thinking about the different types of holidays there is, like, Thanksgiving isn't big on our... The sunsets and sunrises are the most beautiful. Yes, they really are. They are. You could paint. You can see that you can paint a picture. I might bring us round for a walk, And Tracy, Nick mentioned to me about New Year's Eve, so I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, totally. Thanks, Greg. I love following you, Greg. When you go to New York and you see your son, I can feel the love jumping off the screen. With the little baby and stuff. It's just lovely. I feel like I'm part of those memories. It's a wonderful thing about social media, is that you get a little look into other people's lives, and it is only a highlight, but you can feel the core love. You can feel the core message, and I think people are always they give social media a hard time, but it was like people were a pain in the neck before social media, and now people are a pain in the neck on social media. It doesn't mean that social media made them a pain in the neck. They were always a pain in the neck. You always had neighbours who were looking out the curtain at the other neighbours. Hi, Lucian, how are you? Looking out. Hi, Cosmos. Looking out the window at other people's stuff and trying to copy them. And now they're on social media, on Instagram, putting up pictures of stuff and trying to copy other people. And it's no different. Social media didn't make people... Is the Wi-Fi crap? Yeah, well, I don't know what my Wi-Fi is like here. I had to go off and switch it back on and come back on, here. Oh, I hope you have a lovely time. I did, Sue. I saw your little dog. I saw that little post. I had a great time. And Susan here will be running Destination, which will be on now in September this year, and it could be a whopper gig as well. A whopper gig. It's just buffering a little bit more. Okay. Well, you know what? It doesn't surprise me. So I was thinking about holidays. I was thinking, Thanksgiving is about appreciation, being able to give thanks and appreciation for the life that you have and for the people around you and for everything in your family, and that's a big one. Christmas is about being able to gift of being able to give, and the gift of being able to receive. So the duality of life, which is so important and stuff we'll talk about tonight. So it's about being able to give, and it's also about being able to receive, which we talked about a lot on Sunday services, about how as hairdressers we tend to give so much of ourselves, and then we're a bit embarrassed about receiving. We're a bit embarrassed about what we charge, and we're a bit embarrassed about all that side of stuff, and it's something that we really need to to understand that you need to receive in equal measure that you give. So whatever you give, you know, you grow as a person, and then you should gain, you should receive. That's not something to be embarrassed about, and people have a real thing about, especially us Irish, we have a real thing about receiving, and it's not something to be embarrassed about. And then obviously you have New Year, which is the hiya Douglas, how are you, sir? I'm a big fan of your work, follow you all the time. And then you have New Year, which is all about it's all about rebirth. It's all about starting again and setting new targets and setting new challenges for yourself, you know. And I was thinking about all these, you know, as I know, your wonderful bag of goodies you gave me. That's quite okay, Tracy. 2 kilograms. It was 2.2 kilograms. I brought Tracy out a few Christmas presents from my salon. Quite a lot of tubes of Colour Touch, and 2 large bottles of Fusion shampoo and conditioner. And I'm a big fan, Douglas. You've no idea. I'm a big fan. And I brought out, and I got to the airport, you know, and it was really, really early. Hi, Kelly, how are you? I got to the airport really early, and I was allowed 20 grams, and my bag was 21.1. And I was like, flipping, if I have to take something out, I'm not taking out the colour. I'm not taking out the Fusion. I'm not taking out the Colour Touch. And the machine just let it through. You know, it's the weirdest thing, because I think once it goes over 1, they stop it. But it just let it through. And then I put it up on the rail, you know, with its little sticker, and it let it through again. So it was meant to be, Tracy, and you're more than welcome. Your wish list was a pretty good wish list, I have to say. 789 she was looking for, which is a cracker. 916, which is one of the greatest colours ever made. 781 in Illumina, beautiful. Fusion shampoo and conditioner. Yeah, no, it was Tracy. It was just I was like sweating it. I was just like sweating it. And when I took it out, I said I just waited. It was 2.2 grams. That's the Fusion shampoo and conditioner, because there's no water in Fusion shampoo and conditioner. The stuff is terrific. But the thing is to remember that you don't need, Butte Shades, I think it was 916, 789. I put in a 989 in for her. 916, 789. I can't remember what else she was looking for. I think I threw in a few 881s, and you know, I don't hold back. I've no problem taking care of my mates. You know what I mean? Tracy's asked me some of the best questions I've ever been asked in my life here on Sunday services, and if I couldn't repay that, hey Helen, how are you? I couldn't repay that, then you know, what's the point? Yeah, 986. Yeah, it's a proper rocker, that one. It's a proper rocking colour. But the thing is about holidays is you don't need the new year to set resolutions. You know, every morning you can wake up and you can go, okay, today I'm gonna start. And the thing is, the most important thing is to start. Okay, that nothing happens unless you start. You know, nothing can ever happen until you actually start, until you open the door and you walk in. Nothing can start. And if it's the smallest of things, if you go for a little run for 5 minutes, if you get a slightly smaller plate, if you finish an hour earlier, there's very, very small steps. You can make huge resolutions in your life every single day of your life. And if you're able to give and you're able to receive, you can do that every single day of your life. So you do not need to wait for Christmas to be a giver or to be a receiver. You don't need to wait for New Year to make resolutions, and you certainly don't need to wait for Thanksgiving to have appreciation for all of those people around you and for the people around you. Hiya Lee, how's it going, bro? I was watching you over Christmas. You're back in the salon, and now you're back making the bread, back making the dough. Still got love for the streets, Lee Sweeney. Still got love for the streets. That you can start and you can do things at any time, and the hardest part is the start. It's the first hour when you give up cigarettes, the first minute. It's not the 6 weeks later, it's not the 6 hours later. So that you don't need Christmas to wake up and to have that feeling inside you of giving and receiving, that you can be like that every day of your life, and every day of your life you can work with that duality, and duality is very important. People have this thing about I think it started from the laws of attraction. This like that if what you think you attract, which is which I get. It's a lovely concept, but I'm afraid life just isn't like that. Life is full of duality. Life is full of giving, full of receiving. It's full of love, and it's full of pain. It's full of, like, if you take a coin, and if you put on one side of the coin love, and you put on the other side of the coin hate, and you try to carve off the hate side of the coin, all you'll do is make the coin thinner and thinner and thinner. And there's this thing that emotions and that feeling these things, that you try to repress them. You try to, I've done this many times. I've done this many times, that you feel like you have to, you spend up all your energy trying to stop you from feeling these negative energies, when they're not negative at all. They're just energies. There is no positive or negative. There's just energies. You know what I mean? We're the ones who decide that it's negative, or we're the ones who decide it's positive. And sometimes if you just look at these emotions, and you look at and you just take a step back, and you try to reframe them in different ways, it can work really, really well. Like, I find I get frustrated an awful lot. I get really, really frustrated. And frustration, the opposite of frustration for me now is reflection. So if I'm getting really frustrated doing something, it's usually because I'm not doing it right, or there's a better way for me to do it. So that when I feel frustration now, I look to reflect. I look to find a better way to do something. I look to find so for me, the opposite of frustration immediately is reflection. So now when I feel frustrated, I try to spend time to reflect on the way I approach things. Terry Scott, 70 tomorrow. 70 tomorrow. And Terry, you don't look a day over 55. You don't look a day over 52. You're some man for one man, Mr. Terry Spot. Happy birthday from all the Wella family, Terry, to you and to everybody in South Africa. I hope you're keeping well. Saw you out with your family, and the greatest of birthdays to you, sir. Mandy, how are you? Oh, Mandy, you came and you gave without taking. You found me. Yeah, you found me. Fear is another one that tends to mean that we just need to focus, If you're really afraid about something, it just means that you really need to focus, big time focus. If you focus really well, usually you find a way through it quite quickly. You know what I mean? Rather than trying to push it away and ignore it, it's your body's GPS telling you, there's something going on. Hi, Tamara, how are you? So for fear now, I always see the duality of fear to be in focus, So if you focus, don't focus on the fear, focus on why you're feeling it. You usually find a way through it quite quickly. So I don't feel, when I feel fear now, I go for focus. When I feel pain, I always think it's because there's something I need to move. I need to move quickly. I need to move away from something. I need to move. I'm either I'm in a situation that's, it's like it's like putting your hand in a fire. If you feel the pain, you need to move your hand outside the fire. So I really try to, with fear, I try to push my hands away. Hi, Jota, how are you? Push my hands away from that, and struggle and challenges, which is really something again that comes up a lot. Hiya, Sophie, how are you, babes? I hope you're keeping well. Comes up a lot at times. And I usually find that struggle is usually something you feel just before you're about to break through into something new in your life, that you're about to break through. There is this belief, there's this belief, like people meditate and stuff, and I meditate, and they meditate and stuff, and they want face everything, forget everything, run and face everything, fear. Yes, and rise, that's it. Well, just, fear is definitely focus for me. If I focus more about why I feel fear, it really helps, because usually I find the answers quite quick. But frustration in particular. Love holiday, Andrew, so chill. Okay. You love holiday, yeah, like, with struggle and with challenges, you usually means you're quite close to a breakthrough in your life. You're quite close. There's this kind of belief that if people think, well, if I'm struggle's not that real for me. Struggle is just it's usually just before. It's either I'm not doing something right in my mind, or it's it's a challenge before. But before an upgrade, before something happens, that can make it better. But there is this belief, that if I meditate, don't embrace them. You need to embrace challenges, because you can't run a marathon and not get tired. You can't play a football match and not get a smack of a ball. You can't. There's this belief, that if I meditate, I want to go somewhere, and I want to be a millionaire, and I want to be really successful, and I want to have 10 salons. Every one of those things, if you get, comes with a big challenge. So if you become a millionaire, then dealing with being a millionaire and dealing with that type of money, it's a good thing to deal with, but it has its set of challenges. And if you meet anybody who's in that situation, it's like a self-made millionaire. I had a client in a couple of days before, and he spoke to me about this. He runs a huge corporation, and he said there's the belief that if I get here, I'll be happy. And I won't be there won't be challenges, and there is. If you want to have 5 salons, you'll have all those stuff. You have all those challenges. So, there's nothing wrong with challenge. There's nothing wrong with what they call struggle, because everything you ask for, there will be a struggle, and there will be a challenge for you to get to the next level. So if you open up a salon with 2 people, there'll be a struggle to get to 5. There'll be a struggle to get to 8 people. Staff will leave, staff will come in. And if you open up your second shop, there'll be a struggle and a challenge to get, to get to that. So to think that anything in life doesn't have the duality that we spoke about, doesn't have the challenge or the struggle or the frustration, but being able to see if you're frustrated, maybe you need to focus slightly differently. If you're afraid, you need to focus a little bit more. If you're struggling or you have a challenge, it usually means you're very close to the edge of becoming better and becoming stronger and becoming better at what you do, and coming from that, going from that. I learned a lot. There is not, people, Sophie, people have put up posts, I'm in business and everything is perfect, and it's never easy. Everything has a challenge and everything has a struggle, but to not see it as a struggle and to not see it as a challenge, to see it as part of the road of being an upgrade. It's going to give you the perseverance that you need. It's going to give you the strength to get through it. It's going to give you the resilience, and for most people it's the journey. For most people, blockhead for MCP. Yes, well, that could be frustration, Terry. See, so if you had a challenge today, I'd say you were frustrated. And if you were frustrated, hi, Fanula, if you were frustrated, it might be that your approach was wrong, and you need to look at a different approach. For me, frustration is something I suffer with dreadfully, and it's usually because I'm frustrated because I have the wrong key in the door. I'm frustrated because I can't find me bag and it's upstairs where I left it. You know what I mean? So frustration tends to be not doing things properly, for me anyway, because I'm one of those, and my wife's going, your bag's upstairs where you left it last night, you donut. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But to think that you won't face challenges in every single thing that you ask for is foolish and childish, really, because every single thing will have its challenge, every single thing will have its journey, every single thing that you ask. So you have to be very careful what you ask for, to think that, to think that any part of this life doesn't have challenges it's just not true. I'm afraid it's just not true, and everything takes action and everything takes work, and for most people it's the journey. It's the journey that is, and this is the reason why some people don't really finish a lot of things, in life, because they don't see things through. They don't. Hiya, Sharon, how are you? Great to see you, love. They don't see things through, or they don't finish what they started. It's not because it's not because they're self-sabotaging a lot of the time. It's because they love the journey. You know, people love the journey. There's some people become like really ace hairdressers, amazing hairdressers, have fantastic clientele, super successful, and then they want to go and do a degree, and they want to go, and people are saying, oh, why would they want to leave? They're so successful. Why would they want to give up what they have done? Because it's the journey. It is the journey. Everything in life is the journey. Very few things are the medals, you know. Right now for Liverpool, if they win the league, it's the journey. You know, it's the journey you'll remember. It's not the medal. It's so for a lot of people when they get to the top of the hill, they wanted another hill, you know, and they're afraid that if they see it through and they become super successful, that they won't be another hill. But this is not true, you know, because if you set your sights very clearly on what you want and you are super successful at it and you do it really well, you will find the next hill and then you can work on that. I did it here with working online. I did it with working on platform. Yeah, there's this thing about people self-sabotaging, Tracy, and it's really, I spoke to a friend of mine about it the other day, and he's a super guy, and he said, Andrew, most people don't self-sabotage, they just love the journey, and they're afraid if the journey ends, they won't have another journey. And I thought, boom, you know what, this guy's terrific. I mean, and he's in charge of one of the biggest corporations in the world, and you know the corporation, but I won't say, and I was like, Jesus, that's so true, and it really, really helps. It's not something I suffer with. I don't tend to self-sabotage myself a lot, but a lot of people do. You love journeys, Tracy. You're looking for another challenge. You just have to find it within you. You know what I mean? You have to find it within you. But that, for most people, it's the journey. But to not be afraid to finish a journey, Tracy, but not be afraid to, because it's very hard to start another journey if you haven't finished the journey you're on originally. That's just the way life works. There needs to be a little bit of conclusion. There needs to be a little bit of quietness. It's a bit like holidays where there's no challenges and there's no journeys, and you just get your energies back and then you start again, you know. So I think to start a new journey, Trace, the best thing to do is to look to finish whatever journey you're on. Hiya, Chris, welcome back to England, sir. And to try and finish, you know, that, and then move on to the next thing, you know, if you can. But to understand that you inside you, you're in your heart, in your heart. I know it's just by finishing it, it creates the new door. It's just like he said that to me. He said that the problem is that if you don't finish something, it doesn't open up the door to the next thing, Tracy. So I get bored too, but that's where the self-sabotaging can come in, because you feel like you know you don't finish anything, but if you finish it, you will find the next thing. It's just that inner fear that we won't find another journey, but we will. It's the journey. It's the journey that matters. It's not the medal. You know, it's not the. You know, I sometimes see people who in Trend Vision who've done really well and get really upset if they've come second or you know, haven't won. And then I've looked at their journey, and their journey's been amazing, and they forget to see how much they've grown as people and how much they've learned and how much resilience they have. And you know, and that's the mistake they make. You know, that's the mistake that's the mistake they make. And it's just with the duality of life, you must finish it for something to start again. Everything's about flipping the coins. Everything's about, you know, the journey is Helen, you know, the journey is the journey, and then there could be another journey, and there could be another journey, and there will be another journey. Life's full of journeys, but we have this fear inside us, as this guy said to me, and it's so true. And this is why we self-sabotage. We're always worried that if we finish it, that'll be the journey, and that our whole life will be based around that one event. But it won't be. If you finish it, the new journey will start again, 100% guaranteed. So if you're out thinking, oh, I don't finish anything, it's because you are in love with the journey and not the conclusion, and that makes you a great person in my mind, because I love the journey too. I love the experiences, you know. For me and Shay, when we used to be on the road in the back of cars doing shows, we was washing hair in toilets, doing morning shows, and you know, up at 4:30 in the morning and stuff. They were the journeys. It was the other stuff. It was the journeys. I wonder, the two ladies stopped me today. I'm talking down the tree. Okay, but listening eagerly. That's okay, sweetheart. That's okay. Yeah, because I haven't been on for a while, so it might be a bit deep. But anyway, I think we can handle it. I was stopped by two people from the page while I was here. One lady was on the beach, and the other lady stopped me this morning just at the front of the hotel here to say that she's on the page and she follows us and fantastic. And I forgot to ask her name. I'm not used to this, so I apologise. And if you're on the thread tonight, sweetheart, and if I see you again, I'm sorry I didn't ask you your name. I was caught in the hop a little bit. I was looking for a taxi to go. You can't. It's bad luck. It's bad luck. What's bad luck? I missed that one. So you must look at challenges. And took mine down yesterday. Oh, the trees and the stuff. Well, I just think that every day can be Christmas. Every day can be a day of giving, and every day can be a game of receiving. Yeah. So I think every day can be Christmas, and I think every day can be Thanksgiving. Every day can be a day where you have a deep appreciation for the people around you, and for yourself, and for your family, and for your business. And in fact, the more you can live in appreciation and gratitude, the better your life will be. Because you'll see things in a completely different light than you do otherwise, and to see challenges and to see struggles as your hi Michelle, as your ally, to know that no matter what you do, no matter what happens, no matter how successful you are, there will be challenges. Yes, I know the sun goes down so quickly, and I've no light here. I'm not like the one at home, I'm just like red here. Just like the light, but but they said they'd give me an hour maximum tonight. Liverpool won. Did they? Thank God for that. It was 0-0, and they were throwing them in. And Greg, you get over to New York and see your son, and your little grandson as often as you can. It's great to see you out there on the beach and living your life and doing your yoga and playing your sax. You're terrific. You're a terrific man. You're terrific kind of stuff like that. And to be aware, God, look at my LOLs. Look LOLs everywhere. I don't know about you guys, but like Christmas and LOLs, they just are like go hand in hand. Looks wonderful. I stayed there. Yes, it's a lovely place. This is very nice, actually, where we're staying. And I got it today, Tracy. I was up in Tegeezy at the market, and it was very breezy. So I do understand why they call it breezy Keneasy, actually, because up there it was really breezy. But down here where I'm staying, it's not breezy at all. It's really, really nice. And it's great. It's just kids and stuff. And I am... the wife isn't watching this, Tracy and Nick. I am going to try and get out for New Year's, because I'll bring this little stick with me, and I'll have you, Tracy, there, and I'll have Nick over there, and we'll try to do something. If we can't do it New Year, we'll try to do something there. I'll try and get out if I can, but it's fairly hard here with 3 kids, yourself. But I'll do my best to get out. So it was this brilliant story that a friend of mine called Mike, Mike Kempsky is his name. He's a terrific friend of mine. He's a terrific guy and a terrific mentor, someone I look up to immensely. And he told me this story, which I'll tell you now. I think about. I think about this story all the time in my life, at days, and it helps me immeasurably. So Mike became really successful in his life. He was a speaker, and he became really, really successful really, really quickly a few years ago. Just off FaceTime, grab his grandson. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Isn't social media and FaceTime and the ability to be able to connect just phenomenal? It's just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I used to live in the Cayman Islands, and I used to have to go down to a phone box on a Friday morning with a load of coins, and I used to have to put the coins in and say, "Hi, Mum, how are you? Great. Can I talk to Dad? Hi, Dad, how are you? Great. Can I talk to Les? Hi, you? How great." And you just went around in circles, and then you went back to your dad and you said, "Is everything okay? Yeah, great. I'll talk to you next week." You didn't have any communication with them, I love Mike. Oh, Mike is terrific, and he's helped me immensely, Karen. I think I've tagged you on a few of his... he's a really funny guy, and he's I send him pictures of Baby Yoda, and he loves it, and he's very funny. But Mike told me this story, and I said to Mike, because I'm going to tell this to the guys, And he said, great. He said, just play it back for me. So I will be, even though this is a mad lie and stuff like that, I'll be playing this back for Mike. So Mike saw real huge success. He wrote a book and became really successful really quite quickly. So he was basically just, he wasn't working, he was just, he'd become financially secure in a very short period of time. So everybody in his neighbourhood were sort of saying, we're wondering what the hell this guy was up to. Yeah, he loves Baby Yoda too. We have a thing together, me and him. So we got this real. So as neighbourhoods are, people started talking about Mike. What's he up to? How did he? Why is he so successful? What's he doing to be so successful? So rumours went out that he was dealing drugs, that he was doing this, that he was doing that, and his kids one of his kids, started to get a bit bullied in school. One of his girls, and she was fighting back because they were saying things about his dad and stuff like that. And Mike wasn't having any of this. So Mike said to her, "Listen, you're going to have to go and stay with your grandma and your grandpa for a while up in Nebraska," because she got, suspended from school from hitting for, defending her dad, basically, So she was like, "I'm not going to stay with grandpa in Nebraska. It's freezing and it's cold and it's got like 4 inches of snow," and he lives in Texas. And he said, "You're going," he's going. And she was cracking up, right? She was cracking up. So she went, he sent her and she went. And this is Mike then. She then sent a message to Mike, "Mike, I'm like, Dad, I'm freezing here. It's -30 in the snow. I can't stay here. I've no friends. It's awful." And Mike said to her, he said, "Okay." He said, "Okay, if you can find me a butterfly in Nebraska, I will let you come back to Texas." And she's going, "Dad, there's no butterflies in Nebraska. It's like minus 20 degrees and it's like 4 foot snow. There's no butterflies in Nebraska." And he said, "Sweetheart, I didn't ask you, I didn't ask you about that. I just asked you if you can find me a butterfly in Nebraska, you can come back and stay in Texas." So she's like, she basically hangs up on him and goes, she's cracking up. He reminds me of my dad. He was so tough. He's cracking up. And so every day he's sending her little text messages, every day. "Any butterflies yet?" She's like, "No butterflies," You're more than welcome, Michelle. It's great to be connected like this. It's great. And it's great to meet Nick today. I met Nick Kahn today for the first time. And you know what? He's exactly the same as he is on the page. As I'm exactly the same as I am on the page. That we're so authentic on the page. So many of us are so authentic that it's great that none of us are, we're trying to pretend that we're living our best ever lives. Even though we are living our best ever lives, we're not living our best ever fake lives. So anyway, back to the story. Anyway, love you, Michelle. Back to the story. So she's there, and he said every day he sent her text messages. You found a butterfly yet? And she's like, "Dad, there's no butterfly. Stop messaging me. Stop contacting me." So she's there after 7 days, and so on the 7th day, "You will meet me in person, sweetheart, for sure. You will meet me in person, 100%, guaranteed." So on the 7th day, Mike goes down to the beach, okay? Goes down to a beach area, and with his hand, he draws a picture of a butterfly. And he takes a picture of the butterfly, and he sends it to his little girl. And his little girl gets the picture, and she doesn't answer for a day, And then the day after that, she sends him a picture of a shadow. And she said, "Dad, this looks like a butterfly." And he said, "Yeah, I kind of agree with you." And then the next day, she got some water and she made a picture of a butterfly with the water. And so for every day from then on in, every time she woke up, everywhere she looked, everywhere she concentrated, everywhere she focused on, she could see butterflies. She could see butterflies everywhere. She saw butterflies in the walls. She saw butterflies everywhere she was. And Mike then rang her and said, "Sweetheart, what you focus on in life becomes your reality. And because you focused on butterflies butterflies are now your reality. Everywhere you look, there's butterflies, and everywhere you see. So when you come back to Texas, what you focus on, which is who your dad is and who your family are and how amazing they are, if you focus on that, that's what you will get in your life. But if you focus on what other people are saying to you and other people's opinions and other people's judgments, then you will get lost in that and your life will be gone and your life will be ruined. So what you focus on grows and what you focus on becomes your reality. And she went, Dad, I got it. I got it. And she went home. She went back to Texas. And I had an awful school time as well. So I hated school. Really tough time. So she came back to Texas and she's now got a little tattoo of a butterfly on I think it's on her arm. So the lesson of that, which I use when I find myself focusing on when I'm focusing on the bills, or when I'm focusing on I'm feeling a bit down, when I'm focusing on really stuff, bad, focus on what other people think about me, or when I focus on how other people judge me, or how other people see me, when I focus on that, I completely lose my power and I completely lose who I am. And I always think of Mike's butterfly story. So I just go back to focusing on what I can control and focus on what I can do to make my life a better place. And then when I see those, then I always look for resources as well. There's this belief that, the universe will magic stuff up for you, that will manifest stuff for you if you need it. But if you focus on something and then you look for the resources to create it, you usually find them. You can usually find them. You work them. So it's like anything. It's like anything in life. So if you focus on, yes, you're right, Greg. I won't be long after this story. So yeah, I won't be much longer, I think. So that is something that I use in my life an awful lot. I use the butterfly story, and I hope that you can see the relevance of it. That what you focus on grows. What you focus on and write down grows exponentially, and that if you focus on bills, they will grow, and that if you focus on what other people think of you, it will grow. If you focus on... Yes, exactly, Angela. It's like when you get a new car, you see that new car everywhere. So what you see the power of that. It's like when you were younger, and you had this fear of pregnancy, you'd look around, you'd see ads everywhere you saw ads for babies. So you saw ads for, oh God, this is, I'm not ready to be a dad. You remember that, and you'd see ads everywhere, for that kind of stuff, because it's what you're focusing on. And what you focus on becomes your reality. So be very careful what you focus on. And make sure what you focus on is the next best thing for you in your life, and that it is something you can control, which is how you see yourself and not how somebody else sees you, and to work with that, and to remember the butterflies. That if you focus on finding butterflies, you will see them everywhere. So if you focus on good stuff in your life, you'll see it everywhere. If you focus on giving and receiving, you'll see it everywhere. And if you focus on communication and helping each other, you'll see it everywhere. So this really helps me, and I hope that it really, really helps you. I hope that these little ditties really help you, and I hope you enjoyed that. I won't be staying on too much longer tonight because it's actually getting a little bit chilly out here and I've got to bring the kids for dinner. So I thank you all for coming on tonight and spending a few minutes with me. And hopefully over the next few days we're going to spend a bit of time where we'll get Tracy on live and we'll get Nick on live, and we'll have a bit of crack and we'll talk about a few different things. And hopefully I might be able to sneak out on New Year's Eve and get to see those two. But it'll be the great escape if I do. It will be the great escape because those three kids is never easy. Much love to you all coming up to this new year where you get a chance to recalibrate, to remember you get a chance to recalibrate every day of your life. Every day of your life. And the key to it is to just start. That's all it is. Once you start, that's all that is. Once you start, then that leads to the next thing, and that leads to the next thing, and that leads to the next thing. Yeah, Mandy, I'm going to have a sangria. I always drink sangria when I'm here in Spain. I love I love the olive oil. I love the sangria. I like the balsamic vinegar. You know, and I love the sun. I love the blue skies. So thanks a million for staying on. Thanks for keeping me company here. And I'll see you during the week at some stage. I'll go live a couple of times around here, show you the sunrises and the sunsets. Jane, how are you? My heart is with you. My prayers are with you, Jane. I'm, you know, all of us here in the community are thinking of you and hoping that the best prognosis comes true for you, Jane. All our love is here for you, and everybody loves you. I love my sangrias. Try the cava one. Okay, I will. I love sangria, Tracy. Jane, we're all here for you. We love you. I hope really enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time out of your house. That's quite okay. And remember, when you're having those days where you're thinking about the wrong things and you're thinking about the butterfly story, right here for you, Jane. Anything we can do to help, we're all here for you. You know, we love you. We're all here for you, and that's the most important thing. Is that, you know, it's the most important thing is that we're here for each other, and whatever journey we're on, that we're here to help you with it. Okay, love to you all. I'll go off and have a little sangria. These buffets are killing me. I go to the gym every morning, but it's like, you know, you'll never outrun. You'd never outrun my diet. That's all I can say. You'd never. If I ran from here to Cork and back again, it wouldn't outrun my diet, you know. Okay, guys. Love to you all. And I'll talk to you during the week. I'll go live every now and again when I have a little ditty. Okay, love you all. Love you all. Yes. Remember, what you focus on grows. What you focus on, you write down, grows exponentially. So focus on the wins, focus on the growth, focus on the profit, focus on the love, focus on the laughter, focus on the happiness, and watch it grow, okay? And look for the butterflies, because they're everywhere, okay? Look for the butterflies. Take it easy, guys. See you during the week. Thanks a million. Bye.